I see the Paul Traversa coming up, so.
The GOT came down in between and Jugurtha too, so. But the Alpina is one of my favorites because it's the oldest one on the Great Lakes.
Oh, yeah,
Well, the GOT came down in between.
Well, AZ should be there. I've been talking to him, so I said, here we go.
Live chat. Okay. AZ, how you doing?
Yeah, I told you. Yep, AZ there. And Laura, wow, she right on the ball this morning. Morning, Laura. David. Yeah, I was just watching the Jugurtha go through, or the Edward Cott go through. I thought, oh, Paul will be down there filming that one this morning.
No, I passed on those because I wanted to get the me and I went down about 6 o'clock, 6:30.
Oh, okay.
Got the Alpina. It takes me a while to get the editing all done and to add the music and.
No, yeah. Well, and that's kind of a reason why I don't post much on videos. It just takes so much work to do, and busy enough as it is, right?
Yeah, it does. It does, but gets an old guy out of the house, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got enough work to do today. I'm not going to be around too long. I got 3 signs, plus I got everything loaded up. I want to take it down to the trailer this morning, like that TV and the computer, get that all set up and stuff. So, yeah, I got 3 signs to do. So, I think what?
I'll give you a quick preview. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I go screen share. Let me know if you can see it. Can you see it?
Yep, I can see it now. Yeah. Good morning, Dustin, and good morning, Captain Joe.
There was 30-mile-an-hour gusts out there.
Yeah. What's that, a crow's nest up there, Paul? The top, or is that just lights?
I think those are lights. Range lights. But it does have a ladder to go up it, I think.
Yeah.
But that would be for change the light. But it looks like a crow's nest.
Yeah, it looks like a crow's nest up there.
That ship was built 1942 during World War II. It sure is pretty.
Yeah, it is. What? Hey, good morning, Dave. The traffic seems to be moving okay on the bridge today. No backup.
That's what I did this morning.
All right. That dog sitting in the living room on the couch barking. Like, quit your
Good
friggin'
morning,
bark.
Joe America. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
AZ has been welcoming everybody.
Cubers. Had a rough night last night. Something. Yeah.
Yeah, about midnight, I had to go down and turn my furnace off.
Yeah.
It was making all kinds of racket.
No. What, you got it fixed the other day, did you? Or what?
They came out to try and fix it. They told me it was going to be $1,500.
Yeah.
I just don't have it.
Yeah.
And so for coming out and diagnosing it, they charged me $220.
Just to diagnose it. Oh, Laura put a link in the chat there, Paul, for something what she did this morning. Oh, right.
This is Laura's out the window.
Oh, was that bird stuff thing? Oh, yeah. Well, having a little, oh, they eating, having a little.
Oh, look at that bowl go down. They're just eating the hell out of everything. That's cool, Laura.
Oh, camera's all fuzzy. Oh, there it goes. You look behind them now and again, you see a squirrel going through the nuts out there all morning.
So you gotta go anywhere this morning, Paul?
Yeah, I got 3 times to do, plus I'm going in the trailer, so. I got computer and that new TV. I want to go down there and get everything all hooked up. I need a HDMI cable, but I don't think I got one down there, so gonna have to buy one this morning. I'll just stop at the one store there, run in quickly and grab one. I just need one about 6 feet long. 6, yeah, 6 should be lots. Yeah, I got one signed I got to get in New Salem this morning. Well, Diane, she's a little rattled this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she got an email back from the county. Not happy, so she's gonna have a talk with her neighbors. Ever since they did the municipal drain and stuff, they did, went through her property, took out 11 trees and They said when they come down, they said that place would be better than what it was when they're finished with it and all that. So when they took out 11 trees, and where they did the drain, they piled it up high, to let it settle and all that. There's broken tile on top of the ground. They put some grass seed on, but it's rough. So, anyways, they said they were going to come back in the spring and make sure it looks all good, and fix it up. They come back and basically a threatening letter. Well, if we come back more, we're trying to keep our costs down, and it's going to be passed on to you guys and all this stuff. We have to. Went down and took a look, and I'm kind of satisfied. I know there's a few rough spots in tile laying out, but the thing is, they took out 11 trees, so you got 11 root balls, big root balls. They took out, never put any dirt back in. They never brought dirt in or nothing else. Now it's got put big swale holes, and then where the drain put in, there's a big hump in there and stuff like that. And people have been having problems with water now all of a sudden. There's our 3 neighbors to the east were, so she's gonna talk to all the neighbors, see what the hell. Oh, if we come down here, there's gonna be more costs associated with it. Da da da. And I just go, holy shit. They're just basically telling her to shut the frig up. They're trying to silence her. Yeah, Laura, don't know where he is this morning. Mr. Justin.
Sounds to me like your sister needs to get an attorney.
Wow, yeah, something a legal action, I think is what you have to do.
Because that's what gets their attention.
Because they, let me see, where is it? Oh,
Because she's just a voice on the phone,
this is right here. So I had a chance to stop by yesterday to look at lawn areas in question. There are a few spots where broken tile is present, as well as some uneven spots in the lawn, which is fairly common with this type of repair. I am generally satisfied with the condition of the areas that were excavated and the overall restoration. This particular branch of the McDonald drain was an old clay tile that was incorporated as a municipal drain in 2003. As you may or may not be aware, repairs of municipal drains are invoiced proportionally to the landowners assessed into the watershed, which would include yourself and your neighbors. If you and your neighbors are still not satisfied with the restoration that was done, I would be happy to send someone out to fine-tune these areas. However, I have tried to be mindful of the costs associated with the extra restoration work.
Well, you reply back, okay, then figure the cost in your legal fees because I'm going to take action.
Yeah. Because it says here, the letter she sent out, she said, just curious that the township has any plans to come back and finish grading and reseeding my property and the property next door to me. When you came to fix the drain, my neighbor and I were told that once the weather got nice in the spring, that the ground had time to settle, that you would come back and fix our properties. We were told that our properties would be as good as or better than they were before the drain was fixed. Both of us,
There's no sense in talking back and forth with those idiots.
Yeah.
You know what gets their attention? You and I both know. It's an attorney.
Yep.
And chances are she could probably get an attorney that would take the case just on per diem as far as what he gets the money out of them.
You see, she wants to put a fence up, but if we put a fence up, then they can't there's no access to her property for them to come in and do a restoration, fix it up properly, right?
Yep. Well, my whole theory is at least call and get advice from an attorney because they don't charge you for a consultation.
Yeah.
But you look it up and you find an attorney, not just somebody's buddy, an attorney that is dealt with land and townships and government.
Well, hey, Paul, take a look at the chat. Gitchy Gumi said Mark Barker lost steering and is grounded by Bell Island.
Oh, okay.
Boat nerd Cam Detroit River almost hit land. Huh? Let me see. Right, River Camp by the museum. Oh yeah, look at it. We're sitting there. Yeah. Huh?
Well, look how close it is to the shore.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that time that there's a ship going by behind it, slow. That time, remember up by north of the bridge at nighttime, lost
Yeah.
steering and it went aground right next to the Coast Guard station.
Yep.
The lighthouse.
I wonder which direction this thing was hit. Set if it was going
That's
or-
northbound.
Yeah, I know, but I wonder if he was coming downbound and spun it around. Huh? It's funny, it happened right in front of the camera.
Oh, it was at night, I guess.
Well, no, because they were showing it here coming up. Hang on. Okay. Now it was going back, well, an hour and 33 minutes ago. It was there. Okay, there was another ship coming up, but okay, they're coming back around. 2 hours and 36 minutes ago, it wasn't there. If you go back 2:37, it wasn't there. So it just happened. So 2:22. Let's see. Well, 2 hours ago, it wasn't there by the looks of it. Or it just happened about 2 hours ago. 2:17:30, there was nothing there. Let's see. Yeah, at 2:05, 2:02, 1:58.
There it is, right there coming up.
1:58 just coming up 2 hours ago. Nobody on the camera.
There's nobody at the camera, it's on auto.
It just happened a couple hours ago.
Let's see if the camera spins around a little bit.
Yeah. So she was northbound anyways.
There it is, right there, going north.
Yeah. That's a new ship too, to lose steering.
That's the newest one on the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
But there wasn't anybody on the camera to catch what it was doing,
Yeah.
just on auto pan. At 8:30, it looks like.
The sun was up.
Yeah, see, I got a timestamp down in the bottom down here.
Yeah.
8:33. Now, that's a parking lot.
Yeah, I don't know why you want to pan the parking lot, but
Well, no, it was an auto pan, but
Gitchy said you can hear it scrape bottom. Okay, it's starting to come back.
So it's gonna pan back again.
8:35. I'm at 8:20.
Move it ahead a little bit, see if we can catch anything. There's the Coast Guard, so it must have already gone ground.
43, it was already grounded by the looks of it. That big anchor, you gonna do, have to anchor right onto that. Look at that pole move around.
Oh, yeah, the wind was fierce out there this morning. Down the lake and down the rivers. Yep, there it is.
Huh.
Go back and see if we can catch it.
I kept looking, I can't see it. I was trying to. It was grounding while they were showing you the shore. Well, hang on, let me go back. It was already there. It almost like it went by there and Huh. No.
Cause that's at 9:03. See if it pans, if it's already. It looks like maybe that's a Coast Guard boat right there. Yep. It's already aground, I would imagine.
I'm trying to look at the Detroit River Camp. Whereabouts is that?
On top of the Maritime Museum.
I'm just trying to find it on. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay. Okay, I was just trying to.
What's all that noise?
Oh, it's the wind.
Yeah. Oh, Laura's murraying it up today, huh? Throwing stuff out the window for the animals.
Oh, you sold me that.
There's a tug on its way, anyways.
Gonna try and drag it off.
It looks of it. It's just not too far from it right now. It's doing 1.2 knots. Towing astern. Oh, okay, that's the Sharon.
Paul said, "You throw we feed good, my young grasshopper."
There's actually a squirrel going down the tree.
Oh man.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop here in a second, but I'm just trying to edge it back, but it seems like there's,
Yeah, it wasn't pointing at the ship on it.
it was at 8 o'clock.
What are you trying to figure out?
Well, there's a ship that,
Ship
Mark.
went aground down in the Detroit River. And this is the river cam.
Yep. And she lost her steering. She's running aground right now. Down
Is it?
Detroit.
See, there it is.
Oh wow. Is that anywhere near
And
you?
that's Detroit, but that's the newest ship on the Great Lakes. It's owned by Interlake Steamship Company.
How far is
They
that
just
from you?
launched it last year. That's about, what, 60 miles, Paul?
Yeah, something like that.
Hey, that would be worth the drive to go see that, to go film that, Paul.
But he's off an island, off of Bell Island, right? So Paul would have to go a long ways in order to.
Yeah, I'd have to go a long ways.
It'd be what, a few hours drive there and back, right?
Well, no, it'd be about an hour and a half to get there and about an hour and a half to get back, plus
Oh, that's not that far.
the flight time. We're trying to figure out what time it went aground.
You need to go back to 7:30 a.m.
The camera is,
Oh, you trying to see when it actually ran into the,
yeah, but see, it's on auto, so you gotta
Lord.
catch it in between pans.
Laura said 7:30 a.m.
7:30.
7:30?
It's on the website for the what links in the corner. It says 7:30.
Okay, there's 8:15. Let's go back to. Okay, it's not there now.
At 8:12, it wasn't
It's at
there.
8:12.
It just happened a lot with less than 2 hours, an hour or so ago.
No, go back. You're going forward.
That's
Yeah,
good
it's
though.
not
That's
there.
8:16 right there.
Yeah, 7:30, not 8:30.
Yeah, but this is on the old time.
You'd think they'd have a backup on the steering, you know? If one failed, they could go to another one. Something that big and that heavy. You'd think.
One would think, but hey,
Yeah, most stuff like that, if that was a military ship, they would have had a redundancy system.
it's not there yet.
Because most likely it's run by hydraulics and you would think they would have a redundancy hydraulic system.
Yeah, you would think so, right? Especially going up and down rivers, right? Because they did have a run down, you know?
Gumi says about 7:38.
I'm going to go 7:38 into 32 milliseconds.
Because see the
Oh,
time.
what are you doing there?
The timestamp here, there it is. I think that's where it's upbound, right there. It's the right color for
Yeah, and it's nicely painted, so you
Yes.
know it's a new ship, right?
it's a
Oh,
new
she
ship.
said you can see it and hear it, so you can flip the sound on when it comes up.
Well, yeah, but all we heard was wind noise. You can see and hear it, not all of it, but just some. Get you good,
You
said.
probably can hear it crashing now.
What's the 7:38 time? We were looking at the time here.
You got to remember that it's an hour ahead, actually, on the time.
Yeah, this is back on standard time. They didn't change the damn cameras.
7:30, that was 2 hours ago.
Paul, if you click over on your little, your 4 arrows on your keyboard, you can skip by 5-second increments.
Yeah, you hit the
On
arrow.
the what? On the what?
Hit over
think-
on the arrows on your keyboard and you can skip like 5-second increments.
Oh,
Just keep clicking it.
Yeah,
And you can,
it'll keep advancing like 5 seconds every time.
Oh, cool.
Well, I thought you knew that, Paul.
it's a lot easier. It's more precise when you're trying to find a specific
Somebody thinks I'm a know-it-all.
time period. Well, like I said, when you're trying to find a specific time slot on a video like that, it makes it a lot more precise.
It was funny. I just watched it live right now. Another ship just went by it. And people over there fishing around it. Well, here comes another ship coming through. Oh no, that's a dock or something.
A barge.
Nobody down there yet. I was checking marine traffic. There's no tugboats there just yet. You would think they'd send tugboats right away. The Sherm's there. It's doing 3.4 knots, but it says it's towing something in behind. Towing astern right now.
It's gotta be any minute, any second now.
There it is. Sure is moving slow, isn't it?
It's going along pretty good there.
What is
That's-
this camera operator doing? Why is he going over towards the tree?
It's on auto. They just said
Oh,
Boat Nerd has the worst cameras, great locations, but it's all being run by one operator, and he goes to bed at 6 at night, and he doesn't get up until 6 in the morning.
well, Jesus, they need to go in and set where the manual goes to and zooms in at. You can go in and adjust that stuff, so when you put it on manual, it does a specific.
Go ahead a little bit.
It's like it's literally turning and zooming into the trees.
It's like, who cares about the parking lot, you know?
Yeah, like really.
That's what I'm saying. A camera that expensive, that you should have settings to where you can go in and adjust it to where it zooms in and moves.
Why do you have a statue of a hand stick?
Okay,
JD.
now he's that's an alarm.
Oh, where you at? Where you at?
They need a 360 camera, then you don't have to pan at all.
Well, I had to be right shortly after this.
Yeah, but the camera's gonna zoom in back towards the bridge, and we're gonna lose it. See right there?
That actually would make sense, David. You put a couple really high-end 360 cameras up there. And then you could just let people move as they want to.
You can still see the wake from it. There it is.
And it's gotta start going out of control any second now.
Yeah, but it's gonna be panning.
Because it hits right, it hits where,
Yeah,
right,
they want to get the parking lot. They can't stand it, you know?
and we'll zoom in on the anchor again.
Leave it here, it goes.
Just leave it, here it goes. You'll hear it.
Alright,
It looked like he was almost past the point of that already.
Yeah, he
It must-
must have made a big right turn, and
The wind probably blew it over there, right?
yep. Yep, see it?
alright, now leave it here and just let it play through.
Well, he's heading towards shore right there.
Look at that little fishing boat. Get
You
the
know
hell
that
out of my way.
That dude was shitting himself right there.
Quick, he's coming at me.
Now we gotta go back to the friggin' parking lot.
Yeah, right when it's about to hit. There we go. Let's zoom in on the stupid anchor. Jesus Christ.
Right there, mate.
What shitty time, like right when it's about to hit, it's like, let's go in and zoom in on nothing on the parking lot.
Yeah, and so it's about 8:37 is when the fun started.
Oh, if I was that camera operator, I'd be so pissed I missed that.
Going, could
Well,
have
there's
had
no operator. It was on auto.
No, I'm saying if I was the operator for Boat Nerds though, I'd be
Or you
really
were the
pissed.
owner of Boat Nerds.
I'd be really pissed that I missed that.
Because what
shot.
they do is it's like a groupie thing. They don't want to share and allow other operators because this guy that does it, the old guy, is the buddy of the owner.
And yet that would have been a viral video.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, everybody in the chat.
So that's the excitement for today.
There you go.
Paul, I just caught it. I didn't know about it.
Digi Gooey did. I just caught it on the chat, that's all.
Now, have you scoured YouTube to see if there's any video of anybody filming it?
How
No,
far is
I have,
From
I
you,
have not.
Paul.
How do you do that?
Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah.
Because there's
How
very
far is it
possible
from you,
people
Paul?
caught it on the shore.
Go ahead, David. What?
How far is it away from you?
About an hour and a half.
What that was like?
a shame.
Yeah, I'd have to. It's right downtown Detroit, and I'd have to go all the way through the traffic, go down through Detroit.
Or the
Yes.
Bell River and everything else, but this is a current picture right now, so. There's a few people down here in the dock, but,
Is it far from you, Paul?
huh?
Is it far from you?
Yeah, he said about an hour and a half away.
So it's right in
Uh,
between the two of you.
Yeah,
What?
because it's across from Windsor, Ontario.
So,
There's
you
a-
could have, so technically, if you both set off now, you could
Oh,
actually.
there's somebody got an aerial of it.
Yeah, this will
Yeah.
give us a better look at where it's.
If the two poles set off now, you could actually get a viral video. Paul makes the sign that says you can't park there, mate. And then you got Paul Murray to fly around it, zoom in on the sign.
Well, this guy, who is it that's flying
You
right
see
now?
where it looked like it hit that right there? Yeah, it's all jacked up right there.
Yep.
I wonder if that's where it hit and then it's kind of just drifted out. Cause look at it. You see all the debris in the water right there.
Right.
Look like it made a big ass dent in the side.
Yeah, they'll probably have fun pulling that one off, but then they got the current with them to pull it back, right?
Oh,
they-
back. Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
get
what made it turn then?
Don't know. Did they say, Justin, was it steering or something or?
I don't know.
'Cause it was quite a
So-
short turn, wasn't it?
This video doesn't actually have any audio, but them flying around it.
Is that a
That's
drone
what
or
I'm
is that an airplane?
No,
No.
that's definitely gotta be a helicopter, the speed it's going.
Yeah, it's slow speed. It might be like a newscopter.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm just showing here now. I think Coast Guard is pulling up here right now. You see, I think that's a Coast Guard boat or something right there. That's not a tugboat, that's for sure, for that little thing,
So far, that's the only one, but I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the day if there's not ones that people caught on the shore.
Yeah.
Because you know, there's multiple cameras down in that area from different buildings and stuff. There'd be more video of it.
Right.
Plus, we don't know who was standing on the shore. There could have been people on the shore filming. Those people in the boat that were going by could have been filming it.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's strange for a boat to do a really short turn like that.
Yeah, but you gotta think of the strong current and the winds down there too. If it has no
All
steering,
it takes is you get that, because you know, you got the current coming at you about 7 miles an hour. And all it takes is for the bow of that ship to get off center and it'll shoot right over there. But he also has bow thrusters. I don't get the whole thing.
Yeah, he's got a lot of weight on there as well, so it's
Yeah.
not an easy thing to
No.
turn.
Yeah.
That sort of maneuver you would see on a motorway rather than on a shipping lane.
but there's so many factors into why it could have done that too. It's possible the rudder could have been stuck in that position, which caused the boat to turn a lot easier. You know what I'm saying?
Drink and sailing.
I mean, it's hard to say. There could be a whole bunch of different reasons why I did that. But it's just like in a storm, right? You lose your motors and if you're sitting dead in the water and you're in a boat during a storm, that's when you really have to worry about getting killed. So Joe, what's up, Joe, Chris, Gitchy, JD? I think Dustin. Yeah, I got everybody. JD.
Hey, JD's in the house.
Yeah, imagine, yeah, Joe, imagine being the captain that's captaining the pride and joy of the new fleet and then you go and wreck it into the side of the fucking.
Yeah,
Well,
but
and the interesting thing about those fleets is that they're named after like the children and wives and whatever of the owners.
What happens if they get a divorce?
Uh,
Is it the SS divorce after that?
they get the ship, I guess. I don't know.
Call it the SS divorce.
that must be a police boat, is it, or something? Huh. There was some people here, but I don't know, they disappeared. I don't know if they went over and told them to get the hell out of there or what.
Like I said, Paul, imagine being the captain of the brand new
There's
ship
somebody-
in the fleet. Oh, it's gotta be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if it was a true mechanical failure, there's really nothing to be embarrassed about, but.
I know, because you got no control, right?
Now, if it was something that it was a fuck up on his end, then yeah.
Now, if that was in the UK, there'd be a traffic warden out there giving him a parking ticket.
There it is. There's Belle Isle.
Maybe that's what the cops doing there, giving them a parking ticket.
But I'd almost just,
See,
mean-
here's where the camera is on top of here.
Ugh.
On top of this right here, I think. I don't know.
I mean, and there's so many layers of like redundancy on these ships as far as people go. So like if something happened to the captain, there's 3 other guys on that ship that know how to handle it. So if none of them could figure it out, then yeah, there's definitely something wrong with that ship.
See, the camera's on the top of this building right here. Because
Is
they
this
pan,
following
they pan
Google
around to the damn parking area or whatever.
Yeah, they the camera really likes that anchor memorial thing that's in the parking lot.
It's funny that it happened though, right in front of the camera.
As you
Yeah,
can
he was
see-
following Google Maps. You see where it splits there? Google Maps went, you need to go left. And he went, I'm going right. And then Google Maps got annoyed with him and went, go left. He went, okay. Point.
But you know what the crappiest thing, David, was? It was like the worst time, and the boat was about to hit, and then the camera's like, "Nope, we're going this way."
Yeah, no.
God, man, it was like the worst fucking time. If the boat could have hit like 10 seconds earlier, it would have caught it.
But by the looks of it, it's hit at a good place rather than, like the decking and stuff.
I
Looks
don't
like
think,
it's hit
I
there.
don't think it's gonna make it to Milwaukee anytime soon.
No, I don't think there's much damage to it. Those ships are pretty tough.
Yeah,
And it
well,
just hit.
they'll have to do an inspection is all.
Right, but as far as what it hit, it was just a muddy embankment. I mean, with
It
vegetation.
can still
and
do
stuff.
some serious damage if that starts taking in water.
What I'm saying is it didn't hit like a concrete barrier or nothing, so.
You don't know what's under there, do you?
Well, no, but I mean, I doubt there's that much significant damage
Could
to
be
it.
rocks underneath it. We don't know.
I mean,
That's the
look at,
pain.
look at the Titanic and it hit the iceberg. It's only an ice cube. We'll be fine. Yeah, 3 hours later, it was gone.
Wasn't that also made out of iron though?
I think
Yeah,
so.
iron plates.
Iron, yeah, irons can really, actually not that great of a metal. Yeah, you wouldn't see any ships these days being built out of that.
No,
They're all made out of like hardened steel and stuff like that.
yeah. Joe America says, can you imagine the guy who designed the part that failed?
Or built it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they didn't take it in the shop for its recalls.
But somebody said earlier it was a hydraulic, so, probably hydraulic, right? Fucking hydraulic line blew or something.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. You would think it would have a redundancy hydraulic system, but I guess not.
Or some kind of,
Either that or they just figured out a way that both systems would fail by some weird mechanical failure. Like the hydraulic line blew and then went over to the redundancy side and hit that one and then it went.
I just looked on my calendar. Mia's got a toenail trim scheduled today at 11 o'clock,
and I'm gonna-
11:40.
I gotta get going here.
What's get you talking about another jumper off the bridge this morning?
Yeah,
least
well,
it
at least it wasn't another jumper out the bridge.
Yeah,
Oh, you ever watch that documentary of the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco? Ooh, you wanna talk about a crazy documentary about people jumping off the bridge? That guy put a camera out there for a year. It was like a year and a half, 2 years straight. He had cameras set up on the bay side that were just filming the bridge nonstop 24/7 for like 2 years straight. And I want to say he caught over 200 suicides off the bridge.
Oh, no kidding.
And then he did a whole documentary about it. Yeah. And there was only, I think, one or maybe one person out of all those people that actually survived.
Just thinking there, geez, I hope that, it's surprising, they don't have tugs down there already, but all of a sudden, if that thing cut loose and decided to go back out and float down the river, that could cause a lot of damage. You wouldn't have any control over it.
I'll never forget that
Tony
time there
says
was.
there's been 3 suicides off the bridge in this last year.
Imagine there's some way they can lock in that rudder though, if they had to.
We used to get jumpers here every once in a while.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
They go up, park, and jump.
Is that bridge really tall enough to kill you or?
Oh,
I don't know,
yeah.
how
Yeah.
tall is that bridge?
Yeah, it's 250 feet.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty tall then.
Oh,
Any height is good enough to kill you if you do it right.
Well, a professional diver that goes on tour and goes around, you see him every once in a while, he climbs up a great big thing and dives into a pool,
Hang on, I got it.
He requested when he was in town to dive off the Blue Water Bridge, and they said, no, 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 no.
I don't forget there was an incident in London where one of the bridges, and the guy was threatening to jump and you had all the people on either side waiting to cross the bridge where they closed the bridge. And this one guy walks up to the police officer with a megaphone. He goes, "Can I borrow that a minute?" And the police officer went, "Why?" He goes, "Give it here." He takes it off him and he goes, "Listen, mate, just fucking jump, because when I get home, my wife's going to be pissed and I'll be joining you."
Imagine trying to talk somebody off of that bridge.
I'll
do it.
jump. I'll jump.
Do it.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. It could be a little person. I mean, if Laura jumped off that bridge, she'd do some damage.
David, go and jump.
Oh,
Ooh.
Was small.
wow. That,
Hey, did you record that, Justin?
what do you mean record it? You're recording live on YouTube.
Oh yeah. You can go back and snip that. Yeah.
The police can snippet that one later.
Yeah.
I'm staying out of that little fight.
Wimp.
God, it's cold here today. It's only 40 degrees.
By the way, just so you're all aware, I've now got a new arsenal in my know-it-all cabinet.
What's that?
I've got the chat AI.
Chat AI, what is that?
Well, put it this way. I've got a few responses lined up for you.
Well, what the hell is it though? That's what I'm asking. I've never heard of that.
You've not heard of Chat GPT
No,
AI?
Nope.
no. Hence
Oh, it's
why I'm
awesome.
asking you what it is.
It's Microsoft. It's Microsoft's own AI.
Right.
Basically, if you want to respond, say somebody called you an idiot,
All right.
and you wanted a professional response, right? You just say, "My mate's called me an idiot. Give me a posh, snotty response," and it will give you one. It will give you one, and you can reply back to it.
Oh, what is it? Okay, so it doesn't actually like connect to your chats or anything.
Not at the
Yeah,
moment, but it will be
Okay.
doing. But you can.
But
You've got image manipulation, and you've got legal document writing. Because I've got a company that's randomly emailed me to one of my old email addresses saying I owe them money. So I've sent them a nice little response from this chat AI thing. It quotes all the legal precedents and everything. And where they send you one going, "We think you're this person, you owe us this money," I've responded back going, "I think you're a fraudster, and this is why," and it just gives a whole massive list of reasons. And they have to respond to every one of them.
What I'm waiting for, David, is then when you can have on here, like they've got their own box, a AI that's a hook to your computer, and it will interact with your conversations.
It's coming.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I don't think I'll see it in my lifetime, but
yeah, you could. AI is going to be so far
Yeah.
more advanced in 5 years. You'll see something.
Justin, I'll send it you on Facebook.
There's no point. Justin doesn't check his messages.
No, I just don't check your messages.
Actually, he may do now. Now he's got this because he can give responses back going, "I like your video. However, you seem to be posting way too many of these. Could you please calm it down and allow other people perfectly reasonable time to put their own up?"
I've only posted one video today.
By the way, Laura, I've got
What?
some bad news for you.
What?
I've actually asked it to produce a Sheldon Cooper style relationship agreement, and it's still going. If you want to stay in this relationship, you'll have to sign it.
Well, I'm not signing anything.
Laura says, the exit door is open. I'm there,
Well,
right?
I can also ask it to produce me a splitting up agreement where she gets nothing.
Well, Laura, tell them nothing from nothing is nothing.
Yep. Hey, Corey.
Corey. Yep.
Afternoon, Corey.
The squirrels are having fun, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you not see them?
No. Oh yes, them little.
Yeah, them little dots.
Let's see. That would be. And 20,
They were fighting before.
50.
What you need to do is get a camera down there.
Yeah, I'd love to put
Right.
one on the fence
one-
down there.
Yeah, put one right down at the bottom near a load of nuts, and then introduce them to Paul squirrels, and then they could have, a family reunion. These American squirrels reintroduced to the American
Well, they
squirrel.
probably debating about which squirrels are better, American squirrels or British squirrels.
But they are American squirrels.
Yeah.
Your gray, somebody introduced your gray squirrels over here, and they've taken over the place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, now
Ours are naughty red.
I have different colored squirrels here, but majority of them are black squirrels.
Over here, the majority are grey. There's the odd red squirrel. They have seen a few black ones, and they've seen a white one in
Yeah,
London. Been seen.
black squirrels are more prevalent up here, like down south and out west, Paul. I think they're more brown squirrels. But here in the Northeast, there's more black squirrels.
Black and gray here with the red tail the odd time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta take off. It's 10 o'clock. I got work to do, so
Okay, Paul. Good seeing you.
gotta leave. I gotta work. Yeah, I gotta make.
You gonna be around? You gonna be around tonight?
I should be, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
here comes another ship, Paul, up behind you.
Yeah, it's going downstream. That's a pole stream.
Oh,
I can see Justin using this chat AI thing to produce documents to send to people that don't leave when they say they're going to leave.
oh.
I
cheap.
said, so I
Okay,
asked,
guys. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Catch you later, Paul.
People.
so I asked it, tell me a joke. It said, sure, here's one. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they
What?
make up everything.
Oh dear.
It's going all right along with the,
Have you got the same version we've got where it can do legal documents and picture editing and all sorts?
Still playing with it, he'll let you know.
Yeah, we're all going to get set legal. Actually, Laura, you could use it. You know, your disclaimer on Zoom you used to
Yeah.
have. You could have a disclaimer at the start of your thing, and you could have it all legally precedent and just scroll through and goes, if you join the panel, you must accept it's agreement that you've accepted these terms.
so this is owned by Google?
I'm not sure if it's Google or Microsoft. Because I know Microsoft have got one as well. This might be the Google version.
Well, I'm just trying to figure it out because,
It's a bit hard for Justin.
But you can ask it to produce codes and websites and all sorts.
what was that, Laura?
I think it was a little cheeky comment from Laura.
You
I don't
cheeky
do them
ass.
things.
No?
Oh,
Nope.
whatever.
You know what's going to be funny? When companies realize that I'm starting to use this chat AI to produce my documents, and they do the same back, and it'll end up with itself arguing with each other. Each letter will outsmart the other letter.
You're strange.
Right, come on. The fuck.
Well, Diff Writer, watcher, you probably right. There may be somebody looking for a new job in the morning.
Well, it depends. You know, it's like once you lose steering, I don't know how you keep a 900-foot freighter, especially when it's moving against current and the engines are working diligently. Yeah,
Paul,
how do you steer it? You know,
it's easy. You get all your crew to get the oars out and start paddling on one side. It will turn the boat the other way. And then when you've gone too far that way, you go to the other side and start doing the same.
Good
And you
morning,
row it.
Ron.
Hi, Ron.
Evening,
Oh.
Ron.
How's the gang on the Paul Murray show today?
We're hanging in here. Where are you headed?
Home, baby. I'm heading home. Woohoo!
Well, the herd will be glad to see you.
They will. The funny thing is, I'll be there about 24 hours, and then gone for 5, and then home for 2.5, then gone for 10 days, then home for 2 days, and then gone for another 10 days. Yeah, they're
Wow.
gonna, by midsummer, they're like, screw you, dude. We're moving out of town.
Alien.
Lenny.
Oh, goodness.
That is
You're
freaky.
welcome.
What's freaky?
I put in the AI. He is calling me names. You know what it said to me?
What?
I'm sorry to hear that, or I'm sorry to hear that David is calling you names. I didn't even put David's name in there.
They're listening.
Yeah, they're listening because I didn't. That's the first thing I put in this AI system.
The worrying thing is, I only call your names behind your back. So how the bloody hell did it know?
Well, they
How
might
did
go
it-
by your. They're probably going by your reputation. We know you.
that's weird, though.
Welcome to AI.
Yeah.
That's
Interesting.
Justin freaked for the rest of the day.
I think Amazon finally found my package.
Is it anywhere-
Lenny is up and around.
Good.
I'll go and get my parcel. Better late than never.
No parcel for you.
Yes, there is. Shut up.
Yeah, that ship ran aground. What did we figure? About 8:28 or something like that this morning.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, Paul Murray.
Yeah.
You'll get a kick out of this one. Found somebody worse than you. My one coworker, new nurse, cute girl, ooh, really cute. And she's been with us maybe almost a year, but she does things on spur of the moment. She's the one that knew her boyfriend for 5 weeks, got married. But anyhow, she got married just 3 or 4 months ago, and then he had to leave. He's in the military, so he had to leave on a deployment. He's going to be gone for like a year or so, but he's on deployment in the U.S. And he's down in Texas right now, and she was supposed to get out and see him, spend the weekend with him. He was supposed to get a weekend pass, and she got down there and something happened where he wasn't allowed to leave the base, and she couldn't see him. So she goes, she just came into work this morning. She goes, so I was all pissed off. She goes, drunk. I'm like, what? You bought a cowboy hat? I was like, oh dear God. I said, was this before or after you got drunk? She goes, during. I go, okay.
You in the middle of your story, you said, and then you started to do the robot voice thing.
Uh-oh. Yeah, she went out to see her boyfriend, her new husband. He wasn't allowed off the military base down in Texas, so she flew down there for nothing. She didn't get to see him. So she got drunk and went out and started buying things. She bought $1,000 cowboy hat. I'm like, what? $1,000 cowboy hat. Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Lynn says at 8:36 this morning it went aground. The problem is that we were trying to figure it out on the camera down there, and it was set on auto pan like all the idiot boat nerd cameras are, and so you couldn't see it until after it happened.
Hey, Laura.
What?
Hold on. Check your messenger. It wrote a diss song.
What have you got to write?
It was a rap diss song. Just keep it to yourselves.
I've got a feeling that we won't be seeing Justin for a while. You can all send your thank you cards and the donations in the post.
What did Justin do?
I've introduced him to the new Chat AI software.
It's figuring out the best route to your house when you're not home.
No.
Yeah, Corey, I agree, but hey, the world doesn't operate according to my wishes, but it just seems to me like if you're gonna have something, you run it correctly and not just let it hit or miss. But that's my opinion.
Yeah, because Corey, you could set it up to where if it recognizes a ship, it would lock onto it and stay onto it until the ship was out of, a certain range. Because that auto pan was just stupid, man. Right when that freaking ship was about to hit. Nope.
Went over and showed us the anchor.
Yeah. Fucking zoomed in on that anchor like 15 times in like 20 minutes. And then the worst part is when it goes completely the other direction, it looks right into a group of trees and just zooms in on the trees.
Yeah.
Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's been a couple of years since you've worked there, but I don't know if it did any good. But I called Walmart corporate yesterday and complained.
Uh-huh.
Don't know whether it'll do any good, go anywhere. But yeah, it's probably not going to be welcomed back at Walmart. Walmart Automotive. I went there yesterday. I got the car, and like I said, I'm not looking for the best treatment for this car. Just wanted to get a simple oil change. And my last experience at Walmart getting an oil change is they go by your license plate, and they just automatically figure it out. That's the kind of car you have.
You're doing the robot thing again, Ron.
Check the dipstick, and really, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah. I heard something
Anyhow.
about checking by a plate or something.
Oh,
And you
dipstick.
set
they check your vehicle by a plate, and you know the service techs they look at the computer and say, oh, this car is supposed to get 6 quarts of oil or whatever, and
Yeah.
they just don't pay attention. Well, they ended up putting 2 extra quarts of oil in my truck. Thank God I discovered it before I left. And then the female auto department manager gave me a hard time, and this is down in Rapid City, and I kind of snapped on her, and I asked her, I said, well, talk to me about your automotive mechanic experience and background. And then she shut up.
Well, let me ask you. So what, did your truck start burning oil off or something?
No, I just went to get a simple oil change, but when I got my bill, I went to look at it and I went, what do you mean you charged me for 8 quarts of oil? And I'm like, this truck don't take 8 quarts of oil. And I made because I asked the mechanic or the head service guy there, I said, hey, just FYI, I'm kind of picky about this truck. Oh, don't worry, sir. My mechanic in there, he has 30 years experience.
So they're not
Really?
even mechanics. They're fucking just people they hire off the street and put them
I
through a
know.
stupid course, and then they call them mechanics. Get the fuck out of here. No real mechanic's gonna work at Walmart.
Yeah. So yesterday I went to the Walmart in Dickinson, first time ever in a year, and there was some older guy in there, and he come out. And he said, give me, what is your license plate number? And I said, I don't know. I just got it. So we go outside. He looks at the car. And he said, is this a 4-cylinder? And I said, yes, it is. So when he goes back in to write me up, he gives me the slip. I said, all right, okay, here's your slip. And it comes back to a Buick LeSabre 8-cylinder, which I know they would have put probably 6 quarts or more in there. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I said, you guys are idiots. And I saw a couple heads pick up, including a few customers. I'm like, I'm done.
Well, what are you trying to ask me? Like, what's gonna happen?
So I got mad and I left, and I went to a different place and had my oil change yesterday. And they said, why don't you call corporate? Because I was going to call
Be
the
right back.
manager.
Jesus.
Okay, Dave.
Go
And
ahead.
so I called corporate and got a real nice guy, and I told him my story, and he seemed to be understanding. But I'm just wondering, will it go anywhere? Will they actually contact them? And
So when you called corporate, did you talk to the corporate, like a corporate secretary or?
Customer
corporate,
service.
yeah, customer service department.
Yeah.
He wanted the name of the
Okay.
store, what the address was.
So most likely what they're gonna do is they will get what they call a letter from the president, which is
Okay.
a letter from the president of the company's office.
Right.
Cause he has like a whole team that just deals with complaints.
Right.
And then the manager will get everybody that was involved in the office. They'll have a small meeting about it. And most likely you will get a call from the store manager or some type of manager in the store, whoever's available to
Yeah.
do it. But it will be a salary manager, and most likely you'll probably get an apology and possibly some kind of gift card. That's how they
Really?
normally would do it.
Right.
So,
And
Yeah,
I told him,
like you'd want to use a gift card to go back there again, right?
well, it
Yeah,
wouldn't be for just the automotive department. It'd be, he
Yeah.
could just use it in the store for whatever. But that's
But
most likely what's gonna happen.
So it'd be like store credit.
And most likely he'd probably get a refund on any money he did pay for the oil change.
I didn't, like I said, when I realized yesterday, it's like, oh, here we go again. They're just not, and I tried to tell customer service, I said, here's the point I'm trying to make. I said, I'm not going back, ever. I said, but maybe I could help somebody else in the future. And I don't want to sound the wrong way, but you get your average female that goes in there, hey, please change my oil. Are they going to check their oil on the way out? No. And I said, these
Or
guys
check the
need to-
bill.
Yeah. I said, they're just going to, yeah, exactly. They'll pay the bill and leave. They're not, I said, what I'm trying to point out is your people are not attentive to what they're doing. And they can destroy a person's engine by putting 2 extra quarts of oil in it. You're
Well,
going to blow out your seals.
Even if they blew your engine, Walmart would end up paying for it. They
But
have,
yeah, the thing with it is you gotta prove it though. When you blow out an engine, all that oil, it's like, well, I don't know how much oil was in it.
Walmart's
So-
automotive department actually loses more money than it makes every year because
Really?
because they constantly are doing claims on people's vehicles. Walmart just
Really?
does it as a courtesy to people.
Really?
Yeah,
Um,
Walmart's theory is the one-stop shop, right?
all the way up to 2022, Lynn, from, what year did I start? Would have been 2000 or 2016, I think. 2022, somewhere in there. I can't remember the year I started, but yeah, I was there for a while. I was a manager there for a while, so we used to get about 2 letters of the president. We'd get anywhere between 2 to 8 of them a month. And I know our store manager, what he would do he would call the customer, or it would have to be a salary member of management, call the customer. Then they would apologize to him over the phone, and then corporate would tell them what to do. So like, if it was like a really bad incident, like, or a complaint, um, the store manager would be like, well, corporate said we have to give them a $100 gift card too. So they'd call the customer, apologize, and then they would tell them, hey, we have a $100 gift card in the store for you if you'd like to come pick it up. Like, it just really depends on the store manager, all that stuff. No, I was I was a support manager, Lynn, so I was a non-salary assistant manager.
Justin, you know the chat AI thing I sent you?
I was above a department manager. What about it?
Send it to Ron, because it's not going to help him this time because he's already complained. But for any future complaints, you can put your information in you want to complain about, and it will produce you the proper legal document in full detail, and you can rip them a new one.
Yeah, Lynn, I left right. Yeah, I ended up leaving. That was a super stressful job.
Do hard work for Justin.
No, it was just, I actually got wrote up twice because I refused to write up employees under me for stupid shit that they wanted me to write them up for that I thought was stupid. When they told them they wanted me to write people up because it was it was just them trying to get back at an employee that pissed them off. There was a lot of that went around where an employee didn't do something a manager wants, so they would find every stupid little infraction to try to get them fired. And, they would give them like 20 pallets and tell one person, you got all shift to do this. When in reality, it wasn't even close to being possible for one person to do that much work in an 8-hour shift, right? And then they would want you to write them up for productivity, just stupid crap like that. But then people would say, but you would get managers that would come to you, like we had this really asshole store manager at one time, and he got like 3 assistant managers, couple department managers, and they work like a 12-hour shift, right? And they come to me, they said, oh, look what we did. We were able to get it done. I said, yeah, you also forced your salary members of management to stay there, and you guys worked 12-hour shift to do something you expected somebody to do in an 8-hour shift. Like, I got in this pissing, screaming match with the store manager in his office over an employee, and I got wrote up for it.
It's all about, in my opinion, about paying attention to detail. And the same thing happened, I said a year ago, the service tech, the guy that changes the oil, he goes by, the ticket. Well, according to the customer and the guy at the front desk, this vehicle should get this amount of quarts of oil, and they don't check their work. And that was my whole point, when that guy had literally come out, he looked at my car and we discussed that it was a 4-cylinder vehicle. This car only takes 4.5 quarts of oil. And I go back inside. He finishes writing up the service order, and he hands me. He goes, "Well, here you go." He said, 2005 Buick LeSabre. I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Well, that's what your wife's license plate comes back as." I'm like, "Oh my God." You know, the Buick
Well-
LeSabre is an 8-cylinder.
No, the
And I
problem.
kind of lost my shit. You know, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I kind of yelled out, "You guys are fucking idiots. I'm done. I'm leaving. Goodbye." And I left. And I'm never going to let you work on my car. So,
Hey, JD, you go work for Walmart for 6 months and tell me how much you like it. Those fucking managers, you get those managers coming through thinking they're freaking the CEO. That's the attitude they have. Oh my God, those ones are the worst. Fucking tyrants coming through. You'll get these managers, especially the ones that just got promoted. Oh my God, they're the worst ones.
yeah,
They're just all about off. Everybody under me, fuck all of you. You're gonna do what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it attitude. And they're assholes, like, and then there's some store managers that are just, there's some that are very, very nice, and then there's some that are just fucking tyrants. They think they're better than everybody. Like, we have one store manager, really cool dude. Like, anybody that was under salary, so all the regular employees, you know, he treated them with 100% respect. He expected his managers to treat them with respect. But if you were one of his managers, bro, you better be doing your damn job, because he wouldn't hesitate to rip the hell out of you. But the minute you walk by him as a regular employee, he'd be like, "Good morning," and he would say your name. Well, you know, he'd call you by name, and he'd come up and shake your hand. But that was a good manager, and he got a lot of respect from his employees. And that store ran really well when he was there. But then we had, you know, because the time I was at that store, we had 3 different store managers. And then one of them came in and he was just a fucking complete tyrant. He was an asshole to everybody. He didn't give a shit about nobody. He would brag about leaving early on, you know, on holidays where everybody else had to work. He'd be like, "I'm going home to barbecue," walking around bragging to everybody about it. While we had to stay there and work, you know, well, we wanted to be home with our families too.
it's like that one girl I met, Justin, you know, on dating site, and you know, texted her back and forth for a couple weeks, and we were supposed to meet up, and she stood me up. She never showed up. And the mistake she made was she told me she had this big fancy management something or another job at Walmart. And I'm like, one day I decided, like, just for curiosity's sake, because I saw her pictures online. So I go waltzing, and I used to shop at Walmart for groceries. Sure enough, I go in there and I spot her clear from the other end of the aisle. She's up on a ladder stocking shelves. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm sitting there thinking, I thought you were a manager, you know? So I don't know if you ever heard this story, but I go down to the end of the aisle and she's up there, she's stocking soup, and she just happened to be right in front of the soup that I wanted. So I asked her to hand me down the 2 big cans of soup, and she goes, "Here you go, sir." And I forget what her name was, but I called her by name, and she turned around, she like looked at me, and I said, "Oh, remember me? Thank you for standing me up. You have a nice day." And I walked away. And then she realized, like, oh shit. But she wrote herself up as some big fancy management job there. There she is stocking shelves. She wasn't that.
Oh, I mean, you could be stocking shelves all the way up to district manager, but it depends on how you manage, though, too.
Oh, really?
Like, I've seen district managers that will come in and work right next to the employees while they're there doing, you know, their inspection on that particular store. They'll get up there and spend 30 minutes with the employees out on the floor stocking. It really depends. But you'd be able to tell a district manager definitely from an employee, because they'd be in a more of a suit type attire with a badge, you know. They're not going to be in a Walmart vest and all that.
Yes. Like in my job, I mean, I don't pay attention to detail. I can kill somebody. You know, it was just 2 weeks ago, we were out on a call, and when the nurse was giving me a report about the amount of heparin that this guy was on, and I'm like, can you repeat that? And I was sitting there, and I started doing the what we call the drug calculation math. And I went to my partner and I said, Dan, I said, before you hook that up, I said, can you step out in the hallway with me? And I said, this is what I figured out. I said, I think they got this guy on the wrong dose. Sure enough, we figured it out, and they were given double the dose of what they should have been.
Yep, true,
Yeah.
Lynn.
It's like, shit. You know, and if I just would have went with what they were doing, I mean, in most cases we do. We get a patient that's on some drugs and we just continue those drugs for the transport. But I always double check. And you got to.
Yeah, Lynn, one of the ladies that I worked with had I've talked about her before. She worked in the HR department. She was with Walmart since like the very first like 5 or 6 stores. I want to say she had like a 65 year badge. She had been with Walmart for years. But she actually knew Sam Walton and everything that personally. And she used to tell us, yeah, I could sit there and listen to her talking to break room for hours, man. She'd tell us all these old stories about Walmart and how much different it is and everything from when she started. But yeah, she was one of she actually, the Walmart magazine, the internal magazine for Walmart, they came in and did an interview with her and took her pictures one day and all that. But yeah, she was one of the oldest employees in the company. Who worked at my store. She had been in HR for years because she actually had retired about 6 or 7 years before I got there, but then her husband passed away and she got bored at home by herself and got lonely, and so she ended up coming back to Walmart, and they just kind of let her take off from where she ended. And she put in like another 10 years or something before she retired. But yeah, she was up in her early to mid 80s when she finally fully retired and was done. Yeah, she had a lot of years with Walmart, I'll tell you what.
If you're in there for a good number of years, I mean, can you really work your way up the ladder and become a good career or salary? Or
It's not actually that hard moving up. The hardest part about moving up is the jobs do get that particular job does get slimmer the higher you go up because there's less of those positions. But it's not hard moving up, dude. I know people that were with Walmart for 5 years and were store managers by the time their 5 years was up. It really
Wow.
just depends on how motivated you are. I became a support manager within the first 6 months I was there
wow,
because I
is there
just,
a big turnover too, or
oh, fuck yeah, dude. There's a big turnover with regular employees, even salary management. But your average store manager can easily make over 100,000 a year with their bonuses
Really?
and everything. Oh yeah. My store manager's bonus one year was $40,000.
holy shit? I'm in the
And
wrong
then
career.
district managers make pretty good money too. I'm not sure what their average salary is. Let me see if I can find it. I want to say theirs is around like $250,000 or something.
No kidding. Wow.
Uh, yeah, so they make between about 200,000 a year, roughly.
No kidding. Shit. It's not bad.
Yeah, but like I said, it's not super hard to move up in Walmart. It's just how motivated you are. And if you're honestly, if you're a vet like Dustin or Lynn or anybody, you can get hired right off the street right into salary management and never
Really?
have any experience. Yeah, I've met so many assistant managers that were veterans that just got hired right off the street right into salary management. They didn't even have to work their way up. They just got hired right off the street. You know, like somebody that has 10, 15 years in the military, At least yeah, they'll hire you right off the street and put you right into management training without any experience.
Because Walmart's not just in the US, correct? Are they in other countries?
Oh yeah, they're global. They're in China. They're in quite a few different places. I believe they used to be in the UK and then they pulled out, I believe. And they ended up leaving. But yeah, they're in quite a few countries.
Yeah, they owned Asda over here and then sold out.
But like I said, it's not hard moving up in the company though. It's just how motivated you are. Like dude, I met co-managers, which was right under a store manager that were in their early 20s. They were like 23, 24 years old and are already a co-manager. And I've been working there since they were like, 16, 17. So, but I've met store managers, bro, that you would thought were 12 years old by looking at them. There was one store manager I met right before I left, and that kid, he looked like he was 12 years old. Like he was really young.
Why'd you end up leaving?
It was a little bit part to do with COVID and kids having to be home, and then just I was tired of Walmart's bullshit. Dude, I watched 2 assistant managers. I'm not even, no joke. I watched 2 different assistant managers have mental breakdowns in the middle of the store to where we had to call the cops and they had to be Baker acted because of the stress. Because during the holidays, they were working on an average, they were working like this, the last Christmas I worked with them, they were working store assistant managers 6.5 days a week for 2 months straight, and they were only getting a half day off. Like, and then you know what I'm saying? They're not getting paid any extra for that because they meet the minimum federal requirement for salary, so they don't have to get paid overtime. If you get paid under 49.5 a year, if your salary, they have to pay you overtime. So Walmart upped the pay to meet that minimum requirement. So by the time it's all said and done, you're making like $4 or $5 an hour, if that.
Shit.
That's one of the reasons I never went into salary management, because I saw the way they treated them. Man, assistant managers, they get treated like straight garbage. That's one of the worst positions to be in. See, non-salary, they can't force you to stay and work, 12-hour shifts and 13-hour shifts and crazy shit like that. You get to work your 8 hours. If you don't want to stay, you get to go home. But salary, they can force you to. Dude, I saw salary managers come in on their day off to go shopping, and the manager walked up to him and said, "I need you to stock that Gatorade right there." And they would literally have to go walk to the back and get the Gatorade while they're with their family and start stocking it.
Really?
Yep.
Through that.
On the clock, because they're on the clock all the time. I saw that happen to a couple of assistant managers. That's why there was one really young assistant manager we got one time. And she was taking her first vacation as an assistant. And I told her, I was in the break room with her and I pulled her aside. I said, if you go on vacation, I don't care if you're sitting at your house, tell them that you are going 3 states over and you won't have the ability to get back if they try to call you back in.
Yeah.
I said, tell them you're going, over to Wyoming or something for your vacation and to visit family. Because if you tell them you're staying locally, they will call you back in on your vacation and make you come back in, and you won't get to finish your vacation. I used to tell all the new managers that. I'm like, make sure you tell them you're flying somewhere, because then they can't just call you back in because they need something stocked on the shelf or they need help for the night, because they know it's impossible at that point because you're, 18 hours away or something in another state. So, but if they know you're staying locally and you're just hanging around your house for the week, oh yeah, if they're shorthanded, they're going to call you on the phone and say, "Yeah, we need you to come in." But if you tell them you're out of state, they'll leave you alone.
It's like my supervisor, he just became supervisor about a year and a half ago. He was on the same level as me, and he's only getting like a couple bucks extra an hour. And I asked him one time, I said, "Dustin, is this really worth it?" He goes, "Some days, no. All the extra headaches and the time that I spend at home phone calls and schedule and call outs and yeah, dealing with problems and, you know, and that's why, you know, when he made a comment to me this morning, he said, I hope you really enjoy your vacation. But on the same, because he's working a lot of my shifts. Granted, he's on salary, he'll get overtime, but on the same token, every time he asks me to, hey, can you cover this shift, that shift, and I usually do my best to say yes. Just because he kind of treats me in return, you know, when I want my time off.
Yeah, there's a lot of politics working there, though.
Right,
Yeah,
guys,
I
I'm going to drop off. I will speak to you all this evening.
Okay,
Hey,
sounds
David.
good.
All right, I'll see you later.
Catch you later.
Driving into spring here.
Lynn's daughter just started her 26th year with Walmart. Yeah, I mean, boy, and you know, that whole misconception with Walmart, oh, they don't pay well, they have crappy benefits. That's not entirely true. They actually have really good benefits. They have good retirement plan, and you can buy stocks and all kinds of shit through them and really save your money if you really want to. They match up to like 7% on their 401k.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They actually have really good retirement, and yes, regular non-salary employees' pay wasn't the best a few years back, but over the last few years, they've really upped the pay for
Oh, they had to. I
non-salary
know
managers.
up here in Dickinson, North Dakota, signs all over the place still. Cashiers, $18 an hour.
Yeah, it's
That's not-
no, especially in the area you live in, the cost of living's way lower than here.
Yeah, that's pretty good for this type of area.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's their pay isn't all. Their pay is, and the one good thing about Walmart is yes, they'll hire you part-time. Technically on the books, they'll hire you as part-time. But the thing is you'll get full-time hours. They'll
Oh,
give it, there is no real slow period of the year for them. They're busy all the time. Like and the only way that yeah, you don't get the benefits and all that, but you'll still get full-time hours. They're not hiring you part-time and you're only getting 20 hours a week. What they'll do is they'll give you 40 hours, but as long as they don't give you 40 hours for a consistent 12 weeks or longer, then they don't have to make you full-time. So here and there, every few weeks, they'll cut you back 3 or 4 hours, but that's about it. That's about all you'll lose. And then it's really not hard getting a full-time position. It's just, like I said, it's just hit or miss of who you work for, what management your store has. But the only problem is you'll get a really good team of managers. Everybody will like them. The store will be running good. And all of a sudden, one of them will transfer and then a new one comes in, then another one will leave. And then you'll get a couple jackasses coming in wanting to be tyrants with everybody. And then that's what throws the balance off, right? If you could have a consistent, stable set of managers at a store for 10 years, you know, it would make stores run a lot smoother. But the problem is they're always transferring managers and managers are quitting, managers are leaving because maybe one of their family members got a job at that store, so they have to transfer to another store.
oh, they
So-
don't let family members work at the same place.
Not at the same store now, and if you're salary. If I was a non-salary, then yes, we could work at the same store. I just can't tell you what to do. I can't be over you.
Oh, I see.
That's the reason
Yeah,
why
that
they're
makes
so
sense.
strict with salaries, because salary has access to payroll and has access to employee records, and they don't want any favoritism or anything like that, which makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
And that's the problem, Lynn, is yeah, everybody's management technique is different. And like I said, there was times at my store, like the first 3 years I was at my store, we had the same managers. We never got any new ones or anything. And it ran smoothly. Everybody got along. All the non-salary, all the salary managers all got along. We got our stuff done. We have one of the best stores in the state. Well, like our back room was always empty and organized, because the more empty your back room is, actually, the better your inventory is. Because that means you're pushing your product out and you have correct inventory coming in. And then all of a sudden, that was when we got the first new store manager. And all of a sudden, everybody already knew the reputation of this new guy coming in. So guess what? All the assistants were like, we're out of here. And I started transferring out to other stores. And then it threw the whole balance off the store. And then the whole store went to shit after that. So that's what I'm saying. That's the only bad part about Walmart. Now, I did hear, Lynn, and I'm not entirely sure if it, but I did have a couple of friends that still work there that told me they got rid of the bonuses that they used to give you every 4 months. Which I think is stupid. They used to give you you could get anywhere between $400 to $400 to a $2,000 bonus every 4 months, or really just depending on how well your store did. Nobody ever got to 2,000 though, I'll tell you that. But yeah, we used to get about $300 or $400 bonus every 4 months. I heard they got rid of it. Okay, so they're still there. Like I want to say it was Scott when I was in Walmart about 6 months ago. He said they got rid of the bonuses for regular employees. I don't know. Unless I misunderstood him. Well, like I say, it's as far as their benefits go, when I worked there, they were fine. I mean, they were better than some other companies. And that's just one of the reasons is the size of Walmart. I mean, they get better deals on insurance and stuff than other companies. I mean, you're talking about 1.5 million employees that Walmart has worldwide. They're actually I don't know if they still are, but they actually were the largest employer for years. They actually ended up outdoing ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil used to be the largest.
That was
Yeah.
nice. That's how I get out here. It's kind of the same thing. Like I'm sure at Walmart you could work anywhere in the U or transfer anywhere in the US if you wanted to move.
Oh yeah, you can. You can actually get emergency transfers if it's a medical reason for like a family member.
Really?
Yeah, they'll actually force a store to take you even if they don't have a position available at the moment.
It's like when I started to work for Air Methods, out in California. They run and operate helicopters in 45 states. They're like the second largest air carrier out there. And that's how I got out to Rapid City. As long as you were in good standing, you had to work, I think, for a year. Then you could transfer if there was an opening anywhere in the US you wanted.
Oh, Lynn, she's working in Chicago and Portland then, if she does the store closures. They closed all the stores in Portland and now they're closing I think all of them in Chicago now.
Wow.
Because of all the violence and the shoplifting and everything.
Yeah, Chicago's gone to hell like a lot of the major cities.
Chicago and Atlanta, both of them have gone to straight hell. They're probably the two worst cities out of all of them.
Well, New York's got to be up there too.
Problem is too, is the New York police departments don't have any backbone behind them. Don't stand up to the state and the city governments when they try to act all tyranny too. They just go along with it, which pisses me off. Cause that whole thing New York was doing for years, that stop and frisk. That was a complete violation of your constitutional rights for a cop to just be able to come up to you, stop you out of nowhere and just frisk you. How the hell was that legal? And they let them do it for years before they finally stopped doing that. Like, and the police department didn't stand up and say, this is a violation of the citizen's constitutional rights as a citizen. We don't have a right to stop and frisk them without probable cause. But yet the police department up there just went along with it and just did it. When they should have told the city to fuck off. We're not doing that. That law pissed me off when they had that up there. They had that up there for years. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
They could literally just stop you out of nowhere without any probable cause, put you up against a wall and search you. That is so, such a violation of your constitutional rights, it's ridiculous. Oh, yeah, Lynn Setter's daughter set up the Chicago store as the biggest one Walmart had many years ago.
Damn, state troopers are out this morning. Holy cow. I see that during certain times of the month up here in the middle of nowhere. Must have been a fire. A lot of smoke around here. Shit.
We're getting a lot of that around here too, cause what they do is they clear all the wooded area out to put an apartment complex or something in. And they just pile up all the wood and burn it.
Yeah.
'Cause there's no burn, bans here or anything. You can literally burn in your backyard if you. You can pile up all your leaves and everything in the backyard and just burn it if you want to. You don't have to have a permit or anything. That's just because everything's so wet around here. It's not really a danger, you know?
Well, this is your rainy season right now, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah,
you should be coming out of that.
but we don't really have a problem with like fires like that around here. Like I say, it's all marshy, wet land, so there's really nothing to catch on fire that wouldn't be easily contained. It's not, you know. Problem is a lot of places like California and stuff, they have that drought. And so they have a lot of shrubbery on the ground that's all dry and everything and doesn't take much to catch it up.
They say the majority of our fires out here are started by lightning.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Get a big old empty field of just flat grass and then lightning hits it and it's all brown and dry.
Well,
Yeah.
even forest fires are started by lightning.
Yeah. As I say, a lot of our fires out here.
Yeah, because you got these trees up in the air and they're all wet, usually because it's a storm. And so the lightning just goes right to the trees and ground and
Well, and sometimes those trees can be smoldering for a week or two before they catch on fire within the inside too.
yeah.
They found trees that have done that too, where they've literally cut open a tree and it's smoldering inside, or you'll see a tree smoking. And that's because lightning hit it, didn't really destroy it, but it was caught the inside of the tree on fire. It's just like a little slow kill, right? It's just sitting there burning. No, David, I didn't. Well, I don't have the money to order it. I have to wait till my YouTube money builds up over the next few months.
That's not gonna happen.
What are you talking about? I made $74 in 2 weeks. If I stay on that pace, I should have the money for it within about 2 months. Well, another month and a half. It's only $260 that I need to get it. But I'm using the money I'm making on YouTube to put towards my channel. Like one of my other goals is to get new monitors. I want to get better monitors with a higher refresh rate that are better for gaming. I just wish YouTube would allow you to adjust the amount of when they'll send you the money, because they just send it to you whenever you hit $100. So every time you hit $100, they send you the money. But I wish you could adjust it to where you could say, well, I don't want you to send it to me till I hit $1,000. Because then you could set it that way and then just let it sit in there and build up and save up, you know? Instead of getting $100 increments.
Do they tax it or do you have to report it?
I don't know yet. I'll find that out when that time comes around. But as at this moment this year, by the time I file taxes, it might only be a few, like maybe $500 at the most. So it's not going to be much, even if I have to pay in. That'll probably be like 40, maybe $100 at the most. I usually get a $5,000-6,000 check back anyway for the kids and everything, so they'll just take it out of that, whatever I owe. I won't even notice it, to be honest with you. I won't really notice it. 'Cause I don't think it was a 1099. I wanna say it was a W2 or W4 I filled out.
Yeah, be a W-4.
Yeah, I think it was.
A 1099, well, it could be a 1099. That's like I have to submit a 1099 for my kiting. So it's considered to be self-employed.
Trust me, David, I wish I could get my chair. Let me see here.
God damn, I've been driving for half an hour in all this smoke. Wow. Or sometimes is there any big fires out west? Anybody know?
Right
California,
now,
Oregon?
I haven't heard anything.
Because that happens here a lot. We get the smog from.
Well, isn't there an app or on YouTube where you can go and see fires? It shows you where the fires are.
Yeah, I think there is.
Let me look.
Well, like I said, my entire goal is to grow my channel. I'm not fucking around like I don't have that attitude that most people have on here. I don't care about my subs. I don't care about watch hours. No, that's the whole point of being on YouTube is trying to grow. The sad thing is most of those people had that ambition when they first got on here and then they just gave up. Not me though. I just tried something else. One thing didn't work, you try something else.
I'm just here to annoy you, Justin.
Do your best, Laura. Do your best. I'm not one that gives up easily though and stuff. JD said Justin, God among men. No, I'm just motivated. I don't. So I put 2 shorts out every day. I put a new video out every Thursday. I'm trying to stay consistent.
Well, I'm hoping to produce a good hunting video from this trip. And a good trip or a good video from Alaska. I'm really hoping I can live stream with you, Paul, from Canada.
Yeah.
And Alaska.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, JD, I was getting into that point of view where I was just like, I didn't care about it anymore. But then, I kind of got motivated by some other people that were in the gaming community and saw how well they were doing. So I decided to try something else and I'm really enjoying it. So. And it seems to be working a lot better for me. So. Just like Curtis, Curtis started trying the music shit and now he's really enjoying doing that to the point now where he doesn't even feel like he wants to do the ROV videos anymore because he's kicking ass doing the music stuff. I mean, he's doing better than me as far as watch hours. Shit, he's got 9,000 watch hours off of 4 videos. Freaking ridiculous. How many hours a day do you spend online, Justin? I don't know, Lynn, probably 2 or 3 hours, and on the weekends, probably probably a good 12 hours every day on the weekends, working on stuff. Okay, give me a second here. Requests. Alright, I got you, Joe. But honestly, Lynn, if I got big enough to what I was doing now, to where I didn't actually have to have a full-time job and I could just do this, I could do everything for an entire week within 3 days. It would only take me 2 or 3 days to get enough footage and edit it and splice it up and schedule it to be uploaded on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what you do is you schedule it for a specific time release, right?
You're right, and that's what I'm saying. If it's I can get enough footage sometimes in one weekend to do 2 weeks worth of videos and shorts. So that's 2 shorts every day, scheduled at a specific time, and then 1 video every Thursday. It would be like a 10 to 20-minute long video every Thursday. Sometimes I'll do 2 videos. I'll do one on Wednesday as well.
How many subscribers you up to now?
Hold on, let me look. 3.23 thousand.
Oh wow, good shit.
So it'd be 3,232 altogether.
Matt doesn't say anything about Matt or Justin's small channel anymore.
Oh, no, he just says that he took my small piece of shit channel and turned it into the large piece of shit that it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds like something.
He tries.
I gotta give him effort, you know.
No, I'm averaging anywhere between 5 to 14 new subs every day.
Really?
Some days it's really low. I might get like 4 or 5, and then some days I might get to anywhere between 10 to 14. That's on my average. That's what my average is in my analytics.
I want to get up to 1,000. May take me a while, but I just don't have the time to do what you're doing though.
Well, and the biggest difference is the community I'm in is just a lot larger.
Yeah.
That depends on what community you're in too, you know.
Which
Yeah.
one are you in? The gaming?
The gaming community. And we were actually looking it up one day. So on average, there's about 3 billion active gamers in the world.
Wow.
So it's a pretty big pool of people. I mean, if you even get 1% of that, you're fucking massive, right? Like if you just get 1% of the 3 billion active gamers out there to subscribe to you, that's freaking huge. I am busy as shit, JD. I stay busy. Because I only do all my stuff for my channel on Friday and Saturdays, so I have to do a lot of stuff in those 2 days.
I'm back. I just want to say I fucking hate Amazon.
Oh.
Why?
Oh,
What did they do to you?
my 5G routers had to go in to be repaired with the mobile company, and they didn't have a spare one to give us a loan. So I ordered one off Amazon, and it's taken them several days to deliver it because they keep losing it. And it's arrived, and it's a pile of crap. It don't get a signal.
You have a lot of problems with Amazon.
They have a lot of problems with me.
I don't have half, I don't even have 90% of the problems that he has with Amazon, but like I said, it could just be the people running Amazon in that particular area just ain't that good at it.
I
Oh, it's
admit, I
just
got
David.
pretty good experience.
Ooh.
Find any more of the stuff that they say, hey, we'll arrive on this day. I usually get a notification saying it's going to be early, it's coming earlier. I'm like, cool. I just ordered one of those little clamps with the gooseneck on it for action camera.
Uh-huh.
So I'll have 3 of them now. Because I'm going to give my 2 buddies, because we won't be hunting in the same spot, but I'm going to give them my Osmo Action 1 and give it to them and teach them how to use it, and let them film from their place, because I might be 5 miles away, who knows, so I can gather everybody's footage together.
Looks
Then
like
I'll
they're
have
having,
my-
looks like they're having a little master crew meeting right here on the deck on that grounded ship.
Here I am, Bowman, North Dakota.
Ed,
But they're holding it in place because they've got the motors going. And you can see it's putting out some wash out the back, keep it firm in place.
let me see if I can find it for you.
You think, Boo? Yeah.
There's his handle, Joe, for his channel.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm loving this chat AI.
Will you stop playing with it?
No, that company that claimed I owed them money
Yeah.
responded back to my email, and they was trying to be very clever, saying, if you provide us your personal information, we'll make sure that it's not the person we're looking for. It's like, hell no. Because if I provide you information, you'll just link it to me, and then, you say I owe the debt. So I've gone back to the chat AI and put in the response, and it's given me a nice reply back, and and it's so polite and big long worded. They're gonna wonder what the hell's going on.
There you go, Joe. There's his link for his channel. You didn't get the right one. But it literally has a picture of Ron as the his channel. Joe wanted to subscribe to you, Ron.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the next 2 videos should be good. I wonder if, Justin, if I ought to do like a couple of shorts, from while I'm up there. Just
Like I told Matt, it's a good way to advertise your channel because they'll push your shorts out there. You'll get way more
Yeah.
views on those than you will your videos.
Yeah.
You just pick, because you can do up to a minute long. I wouldn't recommend doing those that long a one. Do like 15 to maybe 30 seconds at the most. And
Right.
just pick your top. I mean, it's so easy. Just go through and clip out like the top 20 that you like, little clips of different parts of the video, and then literally just upload 2 every day. You can schedule them to upload by themselves and pick the same time every day and schedule 2 of them to upload and put a week and a half's worth out at one time. Probably taking no more than an hour to do that. And then you don't have
Like
to worry
one-
about it. You just sit back and let your channel do its thing.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting up there in a tree stand. I got a bunch of bears out in front of me.
There you go. Just get 10 minutes of footage of bears and you can chop it up into 100 shorts.
Yeah.
and put it on there. Just make sure you change the aspect ratio to 9:16,
Oh,
because otherwise it's gonna look blown out, stretched.
9:16, okay. Because they have to be vertical, right?
Yeah. Or you could film vertically if your cameras have that capability.
Yeah, that Osmo Action 3 does. You can film vertically.
Yeah, then just film vertically. It should automatically put it in the right aspect ratio. All right,
I
Joe
really
said,
like that little camera.
Joe said, I got it. I'm number 560.
Oh yeah, I knew I was up in the 500s.
But they are good ways to push your channel out there. And the thing is you might get a lot of subs that just want to watch your shorts. They may not ever watch your long video, but they'll
Yeah.
still sub to you. And every time you put shorts out, they're going to watch them.
Hmm.
So any which way, it's going to get you more subs and more views on and more eyeballs. And then you might get some people that do want to go watch the full video. And you could even put a nice little text at the bottom of the video that says, for full video, visit my page, you know?
Yeah.
And then that lets them know, hey, he has the full video on his page. And then they might be like, oh yeah, let me go check that out. But like I said, they'll push those shorts out like crazy to thousands of people that otherwise would have never ran across your channel.
Yeah.
So I would
You know,
definitely do it.
You know what I see a lot is people. It's definitely clickbait where people put on, you know, hey, look at this because or whatever, and you get on there and it's like, what was that? It made no sense. Like there was one the other day I saw it had some big fancy title, and then you went on there and it was a piece of luggage coming off of a carousel at an airport, and the nastiness that people wrote on there, like, you know, that people get pissed off, you know, because you wasted their time. You know,
Well, it's, you know, some people will do shorts and they'll be like, did you see that in the video?
yeah,
And
yeah,
then you
yeah, yeah,
sit, and it's just a way to get you to watch it 2 or 3 times, but there's really nothing in the video. It's just a video of
yeah, exactly.
somebody
Yep.
standing there or something. And they'll be like, did you see what showed behind that person in the video? But there's
Yeah.
nothing ever actually there. It's just clickbait to get you to watch it. Those videos, the minute I see that title, I swipe up. I don't even watch it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even giving you the time of day.
hmm Hey guys, I'll be right back. I gotta get another cup of coffee.
Oh, look, Ron barely could get out of there. You see that? You almost got stuck getting out, Ron. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone quiet.
But there's that one guy on that keeps popping up on my shorts feed, and would you press, or if you could save your dog by pressing 3 buttons, would you do it? And that's like the whole basis of every fucking short he does. And oh my God. I put on one of the comments on his videos. I said, I'll press 3 buttons if you can actually make some fucking content. I said,
Yeah.
this is fucking stupid. And it's not even his voice that's asking. He's just mimicking the voice. You know, he's like pretending he's saying it, you know, kind of like
Yeah.
some of the shorts you do where you're pretending you're talking and doing the voice.
Yeah.
But he asks the same question every time. And it's just a different video clip of somebody pressing 3 buttons on a remote. I can't even describe it. It's so fucking stupid. I don't know if this dude's got mental problems or what, but I want to see if I can even find one of the videos just so I can show you. But I've asked YouTube about 20 times to stop recommending a stupid channel to me, and it keeps putting them in there anyway. Oh yeah, this dude right here. See if I can. I just want to punch this dude in the face. But this is his whole short.
Press 2 buttons if you would save your mom from a fire.
And then that's the whole fucking video.
Press 2 buttons if you would save your mom.
And that's all he does is the same shorts over and over. Oh my God. I can't. To me, those type of shorts, there's like no effort into that at all. I'm sorry.
No, there's no effort.
Those are just effortless, pointless ass videos that you didn't put any effort in. There's no originality to them. That kind of content just annoys the piss out of me.
You see how many times it takes me to record my voiceover kind of ones.
Bug has arrived to assist the barker. Could be worse, Lynn. It could be like the Suez Canal. That could have shut down the whole river. Remember when that tanker went aground a few years back?
Nope.
You know what was funny is there was everyday people commenting on the videos from the Suez Canal on how to get it unstuck. And some of their ideas were more innovative than the so-called experts were coming up with. People were like, Jesus, that's a really good idea. Like some people were putting these really good ideas in there.
Just heard from the folks inside. It's fires in Montana and Canada. That's where all the smoke's coming from.
But Paul Hodges is smoking too many fags.
Yeah.
Sorry, cigarettes.
By the way, Ron, I saw you struggling to get out of the car.
Oh, dude, I need my F-150 back. This thing sits so low to the ground that I got to try and crawl up out of it. It's a bugger.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
a
was struggling.
big difference, huh?
Oh, huge. And I have to grab the A-post to lower myself down in, otherwise I'll end up on the ground. Oh, why did I sign up for that 5 days at the part-time job? Thought it was a good idea at the time.
Well, you want to keep going on these extravagant vacations, you got to.
Yeah, I know. Pay for my habits.
I really think your next trip, though, you really got a plan to go overseas somewhere like Ireland.
Oh,
or something.
I am. Yep, I'm going over to see your buddy.
Just slightly nut check him for me when you see him in person, please.
Oh, that's the first thing I'm going to do when I get off the plane.
Kick him right in the balls.
Listen, mother, remember when?
You can't just watch him though, because I have a feeling he'll. I told him, I say, yeah, he might be. I said he might have been nice when Dennis pulled up. I guarantee if I got off the plane, he'd try to run me down on the damn curb.
Battery, keep driving. Keep
Yeah.
driving.
I could see him doing that. Just keep driving and waving at you.
Yeah,
Going in
I know.
circles.
I'm fully expecting it.
That's when you go up to the airport police and you're like, yeah, that car's acting real fishy. Keeps making circles around the airport.
Yeah,
Get Matt Cavity
What?
searched.
yeah. You might want to get your bomb dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis wants to go back over. He said, Ron, you go over, you can contact me, and we'll go over together. I'm like, that'd be cool as shit.
Oh my God, JD.
What JD write?
Oh, he's talking about Paul. He said he has a lot of busy work adjusting his crotch, eating breakfast bowls, and getting scammed online. And Lynn said, "You're spot on, JD."
Ah, cruise control.
But you got some pizza while you were in there?
Got some breakfast pizza, yeah. I was hungry, I didn't have any breakfast yet. My relief came in, I'm like, see yas in a month. Oh, crap.
So what, you got 5 days at that? Was it? At the,
Part-time job, yeah,
and then you're off on your vacation?
yep.
And you'll be gone for what, 3 weeks?
I leave for Canada on the 25th, I get home the 3rd. And then I leave for Alaska on the 6th and don't get back till the 15th.
You at least have some days when you get back to relax where you gotta go back to work?
Yeah, I have another 5. I get back and I have my normal rotation off, so I'll have like 5, 6, 7 days off when I get back, and I'll need it. That trip home's gonna be a bugger from Alaska. Because I'm gonna leave the hotel. The last day I stay in a hotel will be on the 13th. And then I'll be out from 6 in the morning. I got to catch a flight at 2 a.m. the next morning. Up on the road for 30 hours.
How long is the flight from where you're at to Alaska?
It's about,
Imagine it wouldn't be more than 8 hours, right?
no, it's not bad. It's, I'm flying out of Billings, Montana. It's like 2.5 hours. And then from Seattle, it's like another 2.5 hours. So it's only about 5 hours of flight time. About 8 hours by the time you tool around in the airports and that.
Can you read that, Justin?
No, it's super small.
Yeah, as I say, it's too small. I can't read it.
Oh wait, I can. I just made the screen bigger. Hold on.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. You want to keep going? I'll make one of you the co-host, the host. I've got to take me to get a nail trim.
I'm about to jump off anyway.
I'm about to jump off. Just want to do this. Show Justin this. I put Justin Stickley is from Florida and has a big ego. What can I say to him to reduce his ego? He caught with his massive response.
Look, it says provide genuine compliments. Start by acknowledging Justin's accomplishments and positive qualities without feeding into his ego.
Wow.
I'm gonna have it write a rap song about chicken nuggies and freedom fries for Laura.
That's
And then we'll have her,
It goes on.
and then I'll find a good beat, and then she can rap it out as a YouTube short.
Oh, you could have loads of fun with his AI.
David, send me the link.
Yeah.
Ron, I had 6 days on 5 p.m., 6
Hi, Nancy.
p.m. at AMR and would take 2 days off, then work 1 24-hour and 2
Well, they wanna
13
ca-
shifts.
I'm thinking
At
about doing.
West
the
Jeff
26th, so
Emergency
somebody's gonna come
911.
Take a look at it.
The days off, then start over again, and took 1 year to get old doing
Yeah,
it.
at 11:40, Mia's got to go and get her nails trimmed.
Yeah, that's what we do, Justin. Work crazy
Okay,
hours.
that's good.
All right, we'll give you a call when he's on his way.
Okay, thanks, Nancy.
I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Catch you later,
Yeah,
Justin.
that's off one.
All right,
Laura,
well,
send some to your
Okay,
mom.
everybody, thanks for being here.
Right.
see
Catch you all later, guys. See you in the evening.
We'll see you this evening.